How to be healthy. Many people with serious illnesses would give anything for a single day of perfect health. After all, it's only when you lose your health that you realize what you once had. To be healthy and make the most of what you've got, follow these recommendations. Drink more water. Adult humans should drink 2 to 3 liters, or roughly 8 ounces glasses, of water per day, whilst children should drink 1 to 2 liters, or roughly 8 ounces glasses. That is in addition to things like tea and coffee. Water keeps bodies at the correct temperature and removes toxins that are the inevitable result of metabolism and industrial life. You'll be healthier automatically. Water also clears your skin, helps your kidneys, helps to control your appetite, and keeps you energized. If being healthier, more wakeful, and having better skin isn't motivation, what is? It also keeps you from drinking unhealthy beverages like soda and juice, which are high in calories. The body barely registers the intake of these unhealthy drinks, and yet you still feel thirsty hundreds of calories later. If you need the taste, splash some lemon, lime, or 100% juice into your water. However, be sure that you eat plenty of calcium-rich foods, such as broccoli, to support healthy bones as you grow older. Eat breakfast. A light, healthy breakfast is sufficient enough to reap the benefits of eating early. If it's comprised of lean protein and whole grains, then it will keep you from gorging at lunch. Research shows that breakfast skippers actually eat more. So, to curb your appetite, don't skip the first meal of the day. Instead of 2 chocolate donuts and a coffee that's more cream than anything else, opt for eggs, fruit, and for a beverage, skimmed milk, fresh orange juice, or tea. The healthier your breakfast is, the more energized you'll feel throughout the day and the more you won't need to eat later in the day. Eat well throughout the day. If half of your plate is vegetables and fruit, you're on the right track. Add in lean protein, low-fat dairy, and whole grains. Once a steady eating pattern has been established, your body will feel more comfortable. There may be a period of time when your body is wondering where the sugary foods went, but once you're over the hump, you'll feel better than ever. Remember that not all fats are bad for you. Good fats can be found in oily fish like salmon and tuna, avocados, nuts, and olive oil. These are essential to a well-balanced diet. Read How to Eat Healthy for more tips. Eat at the right times. A good time for a healthy, easy-to-digest evening meal is between 1700 hours and 2000 hours. It's best to avoid late-night snacks because they fill you with unnecessary calories and can disrupt your sleep. If you do need that midnight snack, stick to unsalted nuts, seeds, fruits, and veggies. Snacking isn't bad for you if you do it right. In fact, eating constantly can keep you from feeling deprived and going for that third piece of cheesecake when the cart rolls around. Just make sure it's all in moderation. Consider going meatless. In case you haven't noticed, meat hasn't played much of a role in what we've talked about so far. Being vegetarian is a good way to reduce your calorie intake and get loads of vitamins and minerals, but that being said, it can be done wrong. While it's not the best idea to go fully vegetarian, most people do eat far too much meat. A good idea is to change the amount and types of meat you eat. Swap pork chops for lean chicken, steak for tuna. A high-fiber diet is easily had without meat. Fiber has been shown to lower your cholesterol, control your blood sugar levels, improve your bowel health, and make you less likely to overeat. The recommended fiber intake is 30 grams a day for men and 21 grams for women. After the age of 50, this jumps up to 38 grams for men and 25 grams for women. Some good sources of fiber include fruits and vegetables, with the skin, whole grains, and legumes. Read the labels. Processed foods get a bad rap, and often for good reason. However, you've got to choose your battles. That frozen bag of broccoli isn't nearly as bad as that boxed mac and cheese. In short, avoid processed foods when you can, but if you can't, read the labels and watch for added bad stuff, salt, sugar, and fat. Food that stays on the shelves often has added sodium, words that end in os and trans, and saturated fats in the ingredient list. If you see these on the label, especially if they're in high amounts, avoid them. You can find a healthier alternative elsewhere. It's not worth it. Just because it says it has no trans fat doesn't actually mean it has no trans fat. Negligible amounts can be legally ignored, so if you see hydrogenated vegetable oil on the list, you've found one of the masked culprits. Get in shape. In addition to helping you lose weight and gain confidence, exercising has a host of other benefits for your body and mind. Having good cardiovascular health has been linked to a decreased risk of Alzheimer's, just to name one. So hit the pool, the pavement, or the park as often as you can. Exercising boosts your immune system too. Even a change as minor as walking briskly for 20 to 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, can improve your immune system by increasing both your antibody and T killer cell response. Exercising is also one of the absolute best ways to sleep better at night, which can help you lose weight by keeping you from overeating. Read How to Get Fit for more details. Maintain a healthy weight. Our physical frames vary in size and weight. An individual with a large frame can carry a little more weight, while a person with a light frame will be able to carry less. Being underweight isn't a good thing either. Do not use any form of crash diets. There is no magic bullet for weight loss, and even if there were, starving your body of vital nutrients wouldn't be it. A slow change in your eating habits is much safer, and the long-term benefits for your physical health are greater. If you don't want to go on a diet, read How to Lose Weight Just by Exercising. Just remember that only serious athletes are able to burn off enough calories to be able to enjoy massive indulgences, and even so, they tend not to because it's hard on the body. Even if you do consume more calories than are recommended for you, be sure that they are nutritious. Your heart, brain, muscles, bones, organs, and blood can't run forever on empty calories. Cross-train. Just because you can run 5 miles, 8.0 kilometers, without stopping doesn't mean you're healthy. Same goes for lifting weights the size of a small car. If you only do one activity, you're only using one set of muscles. 11. You'll be shocked when you go swimming or do core workouts that you can't keep up. What's the answer? Cross-training. Not only does doing several different activities work all your muscles, which can help prevent injury, it also keeps you from getting bored. That's the ultimate exercise killer. So include aerobic and strength training workouts to your routine. Your muscles will be glad you did. Exercise wisely. It should go without saying that there are bad ways to work out. Every time you get moving, you put yourself at risk for injury, so make sure you're doing it right. First things first, stay hydrated. You should always be sipping water during your workouts. Getting dehydrated can lead to dizziness or headaches during your sweat session, or lack thereof. 12. Take breaks. It isn't being lazy, it's being healthy. You can't go forever. After 30 minutes or so of exercise, grab your water bottle and lighten up. Your body needs a second to catch up. You'll be able to go further in the long run. Take the little opportunities. Being physically active isn't about pounding the pavement or joining a gym. It's a lifestyle that can be had 24/7. 13. If you can add extra 10 steps to your day here and there, they add up. Don't have any ideas? Park a bit farther away from work, the mall entrance, or the grocery store. Ride a bike to work or school. Take the stairs. Walk the dog every day. Take lunch to the park, bike to work or the local coffee shop. Little opportunities are everywhere. Think positively. It's amazing how much power our minds have over everything in our lives. A simple positive twist on a situation can turn an obstacle into an opportunity. Not only will you have more gusto for life, your immune system can fight off colds and heart disease better. 14. Harvard wouldn't lie. To start this difficult step, focus on gratitude. When you start thinking about the bad things swirling around you, stop. Cut it out. Think of 2 things you're grateful for. Eventually, your mind will notice the pattern and stop the negativity before you have to consciously do it. Be satisfied. This doesn't mean be content with your life. Well, it does, but give it a sec. It sort of means satisfy yourself. If you're on a diet, allow yourself a small bit of what you're craving. If watching the Golden Girls for 3 hours on a Friday night sounds like heaven, do it. Whatever the small things are that make you happy, do them. Your happiness is invaluable. If you're not happy, you're not fully healthy. It's when we've got our heads on straight that we can attack everything else. If work, family, friends, a relationship, and money are wearing you down, the choice between that hot pocket and that whole wheat bagel doesn't really matter. Think small. When we concentrate on unattainable goals, we get daunted, frustrated, and lazy. After all, why try to achieve something that will never happen? A healthy mindset has to be in the here and now. It should have concern for the future, sure, but it shouldn't be preoccupied with what hasn't happened yet or won't. Being emotionally healthy and happy is easier to attain when you focus on the steps of your journey as opposed to the destination. If you want to make it on Broadway, focus on getting your next audition. Then focus on becoming equity, then focus on moving, etc. Now will always come before the future. Focus on them in order. Manage stress. This one is huge. When stress takes over our lives, everything else falls apart. Our homes get cluttered, our minds get cluttered, and our relationships get strained. Take yourself aside for 5 minutes and think about your stress levels. How are you managing it? What could you do to be more calm and relaxed? A very healthy way of managing stress is doing yoga. If that doesn't sound appealing, how about meditating? No? Then simply make sure to take 10 minutes out of your day to just power down. Sit with yourself and just breathe. Make a point to get centered every day. Choose your friends wisely. We all know those people that seem to drain us, but yet we're friends with them anyway because they have a nice TV or because, well, we get bored. Unfortunately, for our emotional health, they've got to go. They do us no good and we know it. We just ignore it to maintain consistency and avoid awkward situations. Do your mental health a favor and tear off that band-aid. In the long run, you'll be happier. Not sure how to recognize a toxic friend? How to end a toxic friendship? We've got you covered. Be productive. One of the best feelings to easily come by is that feeling of "I got so much done today." For that moment, you feel virtually unstoppable. Your mom saying if you put your mind to it, you can do it is no longer a lie. Now imagine riding that high constantly. Start by creating a to-do list. A calendar or planner is a good idea, too. And remember, think small. Attack a few small things to get you going. You'll get on a roll before you even realize it. Take a break. This is similar to the be satisfied step. You need to do what's right for you sometimes, regardless of what the world seems to be demanding. Without feeling guilty, take that proverbial Kit Kat bar. Spend a night in. Take a morning off. You'll be twice as energized when you get back to it. This goes for exercise too. If you do the same thing over and over, your muscles get used to it, you get bored, and you end up plateauing. So instead of pounding the pavement on Wednesday, go hit the pool. You're not being lazy, you're being logical. Find emotional balance. Even if you master every other aspect of health, it won't feel complete if you're suffering from inner turmoil. Everyone needs a pick-me-up sometimes, and there are many small things that you can do to feel better about yourself. If the problem extends deeper, you may need to learn to cope with emotional pain or even depression. Once you have worked on yourself, you should work on your approach to interpersonal relationships. Learn how to recognize a manipulative or controlling relationship and, if necessary, deal with emotional abuse so that you can have a healthy relationship. Stop engaging in risky behavior. Taking unnecessary risks is hard on the body and mind. It can also have devastating long-term consequences. Serious or established patterns of risk-taking can also be indicative of deeper psychological problems, in which case you should talk to a healthcare professional who specializes in a relevant field. Start by setting your sights on one of the following achievements: have safer sex, stop binge drinking, quit drinking without Alcoholics Anonymous, quit smoking, beat drug addiction. These things are doable. While they are definitely daunting, they're doable. Often if one of these is accomplished, other things seem much easier and will fall into place. Exercise several times a week. We've stressed the get fit part already, but now we want to make it a little less ignorable. Your daily/weekly routine needs to include exercise. It will increase your metabolic rate, control your weight, and you'll feel fresh the whole week. Triple win. Here's something concrete for you. Aim for 150 minutes of aerobic activity every week, or 75 minutes of vigorous activity, and strength training twice a week. Even mowing the lawn counts. Get a good night's rest. When you sleep, your body produces cells that fight infection, inflammation, and stress, which means that getting too little sleep or poor quality sleep not only makes you more prone to getting sick, but also increases the time you need to recover from illness. If you're not sleeping for you, sleep for your health. On top of that, a study conducted by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrated that men who slept for 4 hours consumed 500 more calories than they did after sleeping for 8 hours. If you're looking for an easy diet, here it is. Read How to Sleep Better for tips. Learn how to cook. Cooking your own meals is a wonderful experience, as you can try out different recipes while saving money at the same time. What's more, you get to control every little thing that goes into your body. That's really the only way to turn your diet around. When you cook, avoid using fatty oils and extra add-ons. Stick to olive oil instead of vegetable oil, butter, or margarine, and keep the extra salt and cheese to a minimum. If it doesn't taste good without it, try cooking it differently. Maintain your personal hygiene. Wash your hands often, especially after visiting the bathroom at home or using the restrooms in a public place. Germs can spread like wildfire and bring us down in the blink of an eye. And as if it wasn't already clear, taking a shower is a good idea too. When it comes to your mouth, floss and brush your teeth and tongue after eating. Food particles are often the cause of bad breath and gum disease. Visit your dentist regularly for cleanings and to catch any problems before they become serious. See How to Be Hygienic for more details. Bolster your immune system. Maintaining healthy habits and a high level of energy is difficult for anyone who constantly battles fatigue, colds, infections, or any other effects of a weakened immune system. Read How to Develop a Strong Immune System for more information. If you can help it, try to get all your necessary vitamins and minerals from your diet. Supplements should only be used as a secondary measure. And of course, talk to your doctor before you undergo any significant changes.